Today I'm going to discuss about how to prepare and what are the options available for the PSU in computer science branch. So most of you given GATE 2019 exams. So based upon your score and based upon your rank, you will get an interview call from different PSUs. Even if you couldn't get a good rank, you can go for their separate exams. So these are the options available like IOCL, BARC, ISRO, NGC, BSNL, Power Grid, DRDO. Okay, so these are the mainly PSU organizations which conducts their interviewing process every year. So first we'll go through those which conduct their separate exams along with the gate. So only BARC is there which considered your gate rank along with the separate exams. Okay. So and rest of these give an interview call based upon their own based upon the gate ranks. Okay. So for IOCL to get an interview call, you need to get a rank roughly around 120. So last year the last rank which got an interview call was 123. So for getting an interview call, you need to get a rank under 120. So the interview process mainly consists of a good group discussions followed by a group task followed by a personal interview. So the selection criteria is 15% of the total marks that you get in the interviewing process is considered along with the 85% of your gate score is considered. So out of 100% you need to like two parts are included 85 like 15% and 85% of your gate score. So if you do very well in gate exam, like if you got a rank under 50 30, so you have a very high chance of getting through the IUCL. Okay, because see in interviewing process it's considered only 50%, so everyone will get like a 10% marks out of the 15%. I mean okay, so I mean you will get out of 100 of the interview process you can easily get a 60 70%. So you got a very high chance to get into IOCL, and the working culture in IOCL is very good. You will get a good salary. It gives you a good joining bonus. Now we come to an ISRO. So ISRO do not consider gate result. It conducts its own exam, and the exam is of 90 minutes and I think a certain number of questions. The number of questions is I think 60. So I will check it once again. So I think it's 90 minute and 60 questions. So it conducts its own exam. So the number of candidates they filter for the interview process is approx 1 is to 3. Like suppose there are 30 vacancies, so they will call 90 students for an interview or 100 students for an interview. So the interview process is only a personal interview where there will be 10 to 14 scientists sitting in front of you. It will consider of a psychologist, or it will consider the people from a computer science background, and followed by there will be some director or a deputy director will be sitting in front of you, and the questions will be in all range. They will ask you about your project work, they will ask you about your previous experience. So those who have already working experience have an advantage over here, and the selection criteria is totally based on PI. Like if someone got a AIR rank in the exam conducted by ISRO, it doesn't mean that he will qualify the interview process. Like he will get a chance to be selected for ISRO. Now next is BARC. So roughly the ranks to get an interview is 70 to 80, and along with that, BARC contains separate exams. So even if you are not getting a good rank, you can go for the BARC exam. So interview process is basically a personal interview, and selection criteria nobody knows, because the last year I remember some of my friend give the BARC interview, and seriously they did very well. They got a good rank in gate exam, they did very well in BARC interview, and they couldn't qualify. And a student with a very high rank at roughly 80 85 rank uh, got into BARC. So nobody know how, on what selection criteria they filter the students. Similarly goes for ONGC. You need to get a rank less than 120 for an interview, and interview process is only a personal interview. They will ask you a question related to your background, previous experiences working in a company. Basically there will be a few questions from computer science. So basically it's very easy to go get into ONGC, and the working culture is very good. They give you a very high city seats, roughly 17 to 18 lakhs, but in hand you will get probably 90 to 1 lakh only. And the selection criteria is totally based on personal interview. Now, last we come with the BCNL GTO. It was conducted last year in 2017. There were around 400 to 500 vacancies. So even one with a rank of 700 to 800 got interview call in 2017. Interview process was basically a personal interview, and second criteria was on interview only. Because there were a very high number of vacancies, they call up to 700 to 800 AIR students. And now there comes a power grid. Power grid gives a vacancy of only 1 and 2, but the main issue with power grid, it doesn't conduct its interview process every year. It's twice or thrice in a year. Okay, so the rank you need to get in to get into power grid is 60 to 70, which is a very good rank. And the working culture in power grid is much better compared to other PSU, because it gives you a basic salary of around 16 to 17 lakh, and CTC is around 20. So it is one of the highest paying PSU in India. And similarly, selection criteria is totally based on personal interview. Okay, so this is all about the PSU that are for computer science one. Means every year they conduct the interviews. So thank you and best of luck.